Midnight Drearies.
The following is both social commentary and a work of fiction. Roi Fabito, the popular Filipino-American YouTuber known as Guava Juice, sat in front of his camera late one night accompanied by his black friend. The clock struck 3 a.m., and he couldn't resist the temptation of creating a creepy video for his fans. He had heard numerous stories about the paranormal and decided to try playing with a Ouija board to add some thrill to his content. Little did he know that this seemingly innocent decision would lead to an unimaginable nightmare. Roi set up the Ouija board on his kitchen table, surrounded by lit candles for an eerie atmosphere. The ambience was perfect for the video, but as he placed his fingers on the planchette, a chill ran down his spine. He took a deep breath and started asking questions about the spirit's presence. At first, there was no response, and he began to think it was all just a hoax. But then, the planchette slowly started moving on its own, spelling out words that sent shivers down Roi's spine. And Black Friend was scared too. The board seemed to have connected with an evil spirit, something far darker than he had anticipated. He felt a sudden sense of dread, but curiosity kept him going. "Who are you?" Roi whispered hesitantly. The planchette continued to move, spelling out a name that he could barely comprehend. Molek. Roi's heart pounded loudly in his chest as he asked more questions, but the answers grew more malevolent with each passing moment. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changed. The candles flickered wildly, and a bone-chilling wind swept through the space. Roi's breath quickened, and he struggled to keep his composure on camera. He tried to end the session, but the planchette wouldn't move to goodbye. Black Friend was freaking out. "Enough," Roi said, his voice trembling. "I'm done." But before he could remove his hands, the planchette jerked violently, and the room plunged into darkness. Panic consumed Roi and the other guy as he fumbled for the light switch, but the darkness remained impenetrable. An eerie silence settled over the room. Then, out of the shadows, a figure emerged. It was a dark, sinister silhouette with glowing red eyes that fixated on Roi and his sidekick. The malevolent entity that Roi had summoned had materialized in physical form. Roi's heart pounded in his chest, and his breaths came in short gasps. He stumbled backward, tripping over furniture as he attempted to escape the apparition's gaze. But no matter where he went, the sinister entity followed, seemingly toying with him. The malicious spirit began to taunt Roi and his assistant, whispering malevolently into his ear, "I'm gonna fuck you to death. You, and him. Both of you. I'm gonna fuck you, both, to death." Its icy breath sent shivers down their spines. As Roi and the small-time YouTuber who was trying to garner views and subscribers for his own channel by pretending to be friends with Roi, struggled to maintain their composure, the entity's presence grew stronger and more threatening. In a last-ditch effort to protect himself, Roi grabbed the Ouija board and tried to force the planchette to goodbye. Roi was not very smart. But the entity's malevolence intensified, and the board seemed to burn his hands. He dropped it, hissing in pain. "I didn't mean any harm," Roi pleaded, his voice cracking. "Please, leave me alone. It's just a prank, bro. It's all fake. It's just a prank. Just a prank." Roi began audibly sobbing. The spirit's response was a spine-chilling laughter that echoed through the room. It raised its ghostly hand towards Roi, who felt an invisible force gripping his throat, making it hard to breathe. The entity toyed with him, pushing him to the brink of terror. The evil entity said to them, "You assholes don't even recognize me. I am Lester Burnbottom, killed during a racist prank by Joey Salads. Now I haunt and kill scumbag YouTubers like you. Fakers, scammers, racists, and pranksters who deserve to die." Roi and the other guy both said in unison, "We're sorry." But it was too late. The spectral being unzipped its ethereal pants and whipped out its ghostly dick. The two YouTubers of the Guava Juice YouTube channel were paralyzed by a ghostly force. The rape ghost then proceeded to ass fuck the two shit-stained scammers to death. And the ghost unlived happily ever after. And you don't even want to know the horrific violations that it did to Joey's salads over the course of 3 months, turning him into a broken-limbed, cum dumpster. And the world was a better place without them in it.